Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dragon Keep here, and welcome back to another What If. Today's What If is going to be extremely good. At least I hope. It's what if Deku had super speed? Now, technically, with one fall, he does have super speed, but not the point I'm making. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. Now, when Izuku was 4 and found out that he was quirkless, Izuku decided that he was going to improve his brains so that he can at least get an excellent job as someone that isn't a hero. And 10 years have passed, and not only has he became the top of his class, but he also became the top of the school. Getting the smartest students in the school awards for 5 years. But class started, and Izuku showed up with 3 guns that he invented himself. One gun shot the flare that froze anything in its path. The second one was a heat gun, a superpowered heat gun. And the other one was a portal gun. Anyways, the teacher said, okay, it's time to figure out what you're going to be when you grow up. I was going to fill out these papers. Going to let you guys fill out these papers. He then takes them and throws them up in the air and goes, but what the heck, I know you all want to be heroes. And everyone raises their hands and shows off their quirks. Except for Izuku and Bakugo. Bakugo, who doesn't care, and Izuku, who both doesn't have a quirk and doesn't want to be a hero. And Izuku was, well, Bakugo did his little speech like, I'm gonna go become a pro hero, surpass All Might himself, and everyone will know my name, ha ha ha. And the teacher went, yes, Midoriya, don't you also want to go to UA? Which everyone laughed at this, and one guy said that there's no way you can get in without a quirk. Izuku said, why would I bother? You could get into the support course without a quirk. It even says so in their little pamphlet. Which shocks everyone, even the teacher. The teacher even says, you mean you don't want to become a hero? And Izuku said, no. I mean, it's good, it's cool and all, but I have to be more realistic. I'm quirkless. And while these guns I have are pretty cool, they're not gonna get me very far. Class ended, and Izuku packed up his bags. But Bakugo walked up to him and said, excuse me. Sorry about that. Had a little sneezing trouble. But I'm fine. Anyways, Bakugo says, Oi, Deku! What gives? Izuku said, do you mean why do I want to go to the support course and not the hero course? Or why do I have 3 guns when 2 months ago I had 2 guns? Be specific. And Bakugo said the first one. The second. Definitely not the first one. What, you going to the support course makes absolute sense. I'm mainly talking about the second one. Izuku says, oh, well, this is basically a portal gun. He picks up the portal gun and continues. There are 2 sides to each portal. One, the red side and the blue side. The switch here helps switch between red and blue. But you must have both portals activated in order for them to work. But unfortunately, it's still a work in progress. I'm trying to get it to where it's powered by sunlight and moonlight. Well, see you tomorrow, Kachan. And Bakugo says, see you tomorrow, Deku. And Izuku decides to take a shortcut to his house. And then bam, Sludge Villain goes, I'm gonna take your body, kid. Ha ha ha. And Izuku just pulls out his heat gun and says, I bet. Fires the heat gun and it melts the Sludge Villain. Izuku quickly put whatever was left of the Sludge Villain into a plastic bottle and started to head back. When a guy in in a black and white suit stopped him. The guy in the suit said, "Wow, that was impressive." Izuku said, "Oh, thanks. It's all thanks to this heat gun right here." And the man in the suit says, "Heat gun? How did you make this?" Izuku said, "Well, since I don't have a quirk, I make up for it in brains." Right. What you're looking at right now is the second version of my heat gun. I even have two more guns. A freezing gun and a portal gun. The guy in the suit says, "That is impressive. Kid, I'm gonna say this as quick as possible. I want you and your guns to be working for me at my support items business." Izuku thought about it and he accepted. 1 month and 1 week later, the business sales went through the roof. And Izuku has perfected the heat gun and freeze gun. He was currently working on his portal gun. The boss, as Izuku refers to him now, was off to another country for business. Whoops. Okay. But then once the meeting was over, he heard on the news that where Izuku was right now, there was a big storm headed his way. Afraid that he might lose his best support item builder, he takes his phone and calls Izuku. Izuku answers and says, "Hey boss, what's up?" And the boss says, Do you see a big storm near you?" Izuku looks out the window and says, "Yes, I see it." And the boss says, "Okay, stay where you are and close up everything. I'll check up on you once the storm clears." Izuku says, "Okay, boss," and hangs up. As he was finishing closing up, he sees Bakugo in the middle of hanging out with the random support items in boxes. Izuku said, "Kachan, what are you doing here?" Bakugo said, I had to know what you would do. Ring. I knew you worked for this place, but I didn't want to startle you that much. And Izuku said, well, I guess you're stuck with me now until the storm clears. Stay tight. I just gotta finish this last thing to lock it up. Izuku went to close the binds at the top when bam, a lightning bolt hit him and made him crash through some chemicals causing Izuku to get knocked out. And Bakugo goes, Deku! Bakugo quickly runs to the binds and shuts them. So then runs back to Izuku. Who currently had his eyes closed. He tried to make sure that his heart was beating, and it was. He went to feel his pulse, but Izuku's wrist automatically shocked him. Then Bakugo quickly called the hospital. And once the hospital got to the place and took Izuku, Bakugo decided to take Izuku's phone and call his boss. The boss went, hello? Bakugo said, hey, this is Bakugo Katsuki. I'm a classmate of Midoriya's. Anyway, I'm sad to inform you that he's currently in the hospital. He got hit by a bolt of lightning while still inside. I don't know when he'll wake up, but I hope he does soon. That's all I need to tell you. Bye. A month passed and Izuku is still knocked out. But Principal Netsu decided that maybe it was best if he and the other people at UA looked after Izuku at UA. So they quickly moved Izuku to UA. And they decided that if he wakes up after the whole entrance exam, that they were going to basically enroll him in Class 1B. 9 months have passed, and Izuku is finally awake. Izuku is then immediately met up with Bakugo and Inko, who automatically hugged him, because they were so glad that they have the Deku back. And sure enough, Principal Netsu walked in. But as soon as he did, Izuku started to notice something strange. Everything was moving. But to him, everything wasn't. He was the only one moving. Everything quickly started moving back again. But unfortunately, that's where I'm going to leave it off. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, boom, slap the like button across the face. If this video gets to 10 likes by the end of the month, I will continue it. So, catch you next one. Bleh. I almost forgot my outro. Catch you next one, guys. Laters.